Ready? Rolling. Hi guys, it's Abadi. Again. Hi guys, I'm Abadi from UAE. I'm a professional ice freestyler working with Cirque du Soleil Axel. And today we are having an interview with my friend Patrick from Alpine Ice Freestyle. So let's get it going.
Yeah, hey everybody, thank you for the nice intro. So, hello guys, I'm Patrick from Alpine Ice Freestyle, and today I'm having an interview with my friend Abadi. But first, let's roll the intro. Alright guys, as I said, today I'm having an interview with my friend Abadi. But before we start the interview, let's see what this guy is doing on the ice.
My name is Abadi. I come from United Arab Emirates on Axel as a freestyler.
Yeah, as you can see, Abadi is a pretty impressive freestyler. The first ever real professional freestyle ice skater who made it out of freestyle ice skating into being a professional. So I'm very interested in your story, my friend. So tell me, how did you come to Germany? How did you come to ice skating, freestyle ice skating? What happened that you quit your job or studying to become the first freestyle ice skater at Cirque du Soleil? Tell me your story, dude.
So, one more time, thank you for having me here. It's really a pleasure to have this lovely interview. Well, the story, it's kind of crazy. It was nothing planned, nothing pre-thought. Everything was like in the heat of the moment. I finished my high school in 2015 in United Arab Emirates, and I knew from the beginning that I don't want to like spend my high school and my university years in UAE. I wanted to go out and discover the world and see what is out there. Well, then I decided to go to Germany because I've been there before with my family for vacations, for other reasons, and so I knew before like 2 or 3 years that Germany is the destiny. And as soon as I get my high school degree, I booked the ticket, made the papers and flew to Germany. I started my study program in Aachen, in RWTH Aachen. After 9 months of learning the language, which I finished like the highest language course in 9 months, and then I started aeronautical engineering in RWTH Aachen, and then I moved to Cologne for my second semester because the city was kind of dead. So I after like looking and searching, Cologne was a very nice, it has very nice campus, and the life is also interesting there. So I moved to Cologne, and in one night on the summer break, I was thinking of doing something new. So I was on YouTube watching videos, and I stumped on top 10 best tricks on ice. So I was watching this video and I was like, whoa, this is crazy, this is not real. And the next thing I was looking for is an ice rink close to me. And we were like in the middle of summer in Germany. Ice rinks closes on summer, so it was like around August. So I had to wait till the 10th of September for Troisdorf ice rink to open. So on the first day I was there 30 minutes before the opening, I was standing on the door waiting. I ordered my skates like 2 weeks before the opening of the ice rink, and I was super ready.
Have you ever been on ice
Nope.
before? So you've never been on ice before, and you were waiting for a full month or pre-ordering your own ice skates without even knowing if you could ever make a single step on the ice.
No, because I knew this is something I loved. I fall in love immediately. On summer, before even the ice starts, I was already started with inline skates just to see how it's gonna go. And I knew, like, okay, it's not my thing, rollerblades, but I'm working towards the ice. I want to make my way to make it happen on the ice. And yeah, from the first day, to be honest, I landed on my face a couple of times at the beginning. It was very painful. I remember those nights that I slept with blue hips, blue elbows, blue shoulders.
I also remember those nights.
Yeah, those
happens.
Those painful nights. And yeah, before you even realize, you feel like it's in your DNA. It's you are addicted to it. You end up cutting hours from sleep or cutting hours from having other things just to sneak on the ice for 30 minutes or 45 minutes to do something in between. And to be honest, it was like the best thing happened to me as a relief, as a like escape from the university step. Like any one of you guys who studied in like university knows the stress and the time pressure, and to have something to get you out, it was a big deal for me. Like I needed this, and it also affects how I'm approaching my subjects and how I'm organizing my time for my study, which is I never thought I could do that I will be able to manage my study, finish it on time, and have extra time to do something else. Because when you are only focused on one thing, you will never have time for anything else, because you are so focused on one thing. But when you set a time plan for yourself, you will be able to manage it. So it was a really positive thing to me. And yeah, and maybe you have some questions there to take a break.
Question. So right at the beginning, I forgot to ask, how old are you for the people?
I turned 25 on March 3rd.
So 25, March 3rd. So you finished your high school in regular ages and then went to Germany when you were 18 or 19.
I was 19 when I moved to Germany.
Yeah. So okay. Easier for understanding. And you already said, okay, you were in Cologne and the next ice rink was Troisdorf. So this explains for me why, as I met you the first time, you were wearing a hoodie of Icefreestylers Troisdorf.
That's right.
So, okay, I guess you were not the worst inline skater. So you were not the worst ice skater, actually, but becoming to a level what even the easiest freestylers are is a long way to go. So how did it went? How long did it take that you are coming into better and better skills in freestyle ice skating and finally join Icefreestylers Troisdorf? You met them at the first time, or did it take a few weeks, months?
Well, they shout out to Alex. He was there from the first day. Alex from Icefreestylers Troisdorf. The first, let's say, 50 minutes on ice, he was the one who came to me and say, "Hey, it's nice to see you. Did you do this before? Did you? Are you from around? It's the first time I see you here." Because like Troisdorf is a small.
I know.
It's a very small village, so everyone knows everyone. So when you are someone from 6,000 kilometers away, you will pop out. So he came to me and he was like. He introduced himself, and it was so lovely from him. It meant a lot for me back then, because he was like the super coolest guy in the ice rink, and he was doing all this crazy shit that make my mouth on the ground is like, what? And this was the spark, is like everything is possible. All this, like all what I have from martial arts and all these things in my background, I knew that I will be able to transform it to the ice deep inside me. Yeah, and with time we become very good friends. We used to see each other almost every weekend, and then like during the week we would text and meet, and then I met the other members of the team. Yannick was in Dublin for his university, and we met on, I think, December, when he came for the Christmas, and we were like best friends from the first moment. Like we never met before, we never had a single conversation, and we were like, Abadi, oh Yannick, and then we went on the ice, and we have all, you know how it goes when
the same we had in Budapest.
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly. We never met before.
Same kind of idiots. Yeah, this is what happens.
Exactly.
Ice freestylers so often, that you understand each other just because you know, okay, he's the same kind of idiot that I am.
Exactly.
This works perfectly. Yeah. So we were both injured in Budapest in 2017 or 18, I guess. We both had a huge fall on the last evening, and we were both trying to go back on the ice with heavy painkillers. You finally made it. I made the decision. It's not good for my body to try to skate on this fucking Sunday with painkillers.
Yeah, it's definitely
exactly
it's definitely not the smartest thing to do, but this is all what we do, you know?
Yeah, Budapest, yeah, this event was one of the biggest and best we ever had there. I think it was the best and the last we had there, because a year later management changed and freestyle ice skating was forbidden there. I've been there over the years. The ice rink stuff are still the same cool people, but when the new manager is in charge, everything's forbidden because he can look out of his window. That's a shitty situation. But we go there every year.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate. It was such a big and fun meeting for the whole community. Like you meet people from all around the world, and it's such a great time. We used to chill in the hotel, and we go eat together, we skate together, we hang out together all the time. And like people from literally all around the globe, people that you have nothing in common with them except ice skating, and we still have the best time of our lives. It's such an interesting time.
Room parties complaining, the whole hotel staff was complaining because 35 people in my room having a party till 3 a.m. and the manager coming up, please
people are sleeping.
Yeah, this was a great time. So now we're talking about your time as you were in those ages. So you were on our level, but you developed your own kind of, I really hated this style of senseless glasses. So glasses without glass actually in, pullover wearing kind of like this and everything. And your skating was, I guess, a little bit over average. It was already pretty good. So the regular development of an ice skater who takes it seriously is watching the people now falling down, watching them training, and after 10 years you hit the level of the best. But you overtook some of the people within the first years. So at your first meetup in Budapest, you were already on the level of the best skaters there. Or the second time you were in Budapest, you were already in the level of the best skaters. You made such a development from your first to your second Budapest meetup. And so it's visible for the people that you came to Germany 2015. You started skating 2015.
16.
And in
2016.
And in 2019 you came to Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
Or 18. So 3 years. 3 years. So I don't have to beep it out.
Yeah.
3 years from first steps on the ice to become a pro freestyle ice skater at Cirque du Soleil. So what happened in those 3 years that it went so fast? What have you done for that? What kind of effort is necessary for this? Wow.
Oh boy. If we're gonna start talking about this, we need like a 10 hours video. But I will
cut it to 5 minutes.
I will keep it short and sweet. Well, I'm pretty lucky. I didn't start from zero. I come from like long like long story martial arts career that I've been 2 times world champion, 2 times Asia champion in jiu-jitsu. So I know my body. I'm familiar.
I didn't know that.
Oh, there you go.
You were martial art. You
I
were
was
MMA world champion.
No, I had 2 fights, 2 official fights MMA. My record is 2-0-0, 2 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses, and I was 2 times jiu-jitsu world champion, 2 times golden medalist in jiu-jitsu of Asia. And so like I was familiar with my body. I didn't have a problem to connect new stuff. I just needed a little bit of time to adapt to this new changes. So when I don't say it was easy to switch from fighting on mats to slide on ice, it was definitely a huge challenge, but it's different from someone never used his body. Let's say someone his hobby was drawing, or he's a musician. Stepping on the ice, it will be like a huge gap. I didn't have this huge gap. It was like just a question of adaptation and time to be able to do what I wanted to do. And at the same time, I didn't only stop on the ice. At the same time, I was working on the ice, and off ice I was doing acrobatic, I was dancing, I was like finding myself. That's the answer for your question of the weird style. I wasn't like in this phase of finding myself, let's put it like this. So it was definitely like a huge thing in my life that changed everything. And
at this time, I guess one of your most viral videos was recorded. It's you going backwards with some rest parts of this weird style and just leaning forward in a straight line, doing a break and then jumping over. So this is one of your most famous moves. How did this move happen? How did you come to the idea? So I think it's about it's not such a blade, it's with cutting in edges in the blade. So you're breaking with the edges like figure skating. But how did you develop it that clean?
Well, it's definitely not the easiest trick to do. But believe it or not, it was one rehearsal during the creation of Axel, the show I'm working on with Cirque, and we have normally like 30 minutes of warm-up ice time, so we just go on ice and do what we want. And one of the figure skaters, Jeremy, shout out to Jeremy, was with me, and I did that trick and he was like, whoa, that was sick. And I was like, I'm just stopped, I didn't complete the fall, like I did half of the trick. And then I was like, okay, take my phone and let's, I want to see how it looks. And I already, in the way of doing the turn, I thought about it. What if I like do it, fall and flip out of it to finish the move?
So this was actually not a planned move?
No, I swear it was something I thought while I'm skating around. It was like, I did it once while I'm stopping, and he said it's cool. So on the second circle, I thought about it and I was like, okay, let's try this. And lucky me, it was recorded on camera that I gave him my phone to record me, and I posted it on TikTok, it get like 10 millions. On Instagram, nothing. And then out of the sudden, one afternoon I was eating sushi in the residence of artists, and I see my phone, 5,000, 10,000 followers, 15,000 followers, 20,000 followers. I was like, holy shit, what the fuck is happening? So yeah, let's say it's luck.
Yeah, so the luck was about your appearance of a compilation of you made by Unilad, is that right? So I just saw it on Unilad. They made a compilation of your Instagram videos. Or did you make the compilation by yourself and send it to them? How did that happen? How did you went viral?
Was after it went first, as I mentioned, on TikTok, and after that it went viral on TikTok, I had like ton of requests of licensing and people asking for authorization to repost and stuff, and I was like, sure, just go for it. And Uniland, I didn't even know them. Like I didn't even know what Uniland. I never followed them. I don't know how many followers they have. I had a copy paste form for the messages, and I was like, okay, you are allowed to make a repost. And yeah, they were like asking, is it okay to make a compilation about your videos from Instagram and from TikTok? And I was like, go for it.
Yeah, and this video alone was seen around 12 million times now. The first biggest viral freestyle ice skating video. So you have more views on this single compilation, or nearly the same amount of views on a single compilation than the whole channel of Najee Korishak has, the biggest freestyle ice skating channel on YouTube, and you bashed it with just one video.
Shout out to him. He's like I owe this channel a lot. I learned a lot from this channel. It's beside like XCO Lifestyle and all the people around the community. It's I definitely wouldn't be able to be here without those amazing videos and amazing tutorials. At the beginning, as you know, it's an extreme sport, so there is no proper teacher or a proper way to approach it. Is your creativity and the way you approach it. And those videos were a big and like a huge help for me. And I think I'm not the only one. Everyone in this community knows how important those videos are.
Yeah, so definitely Jay and Nandi, the godfathers of the sport. By the way, I made an interview with Nandi as well a few weeks ago. You'll find it right there at the info button. Can you imagine this guy as a daddy now?
No way.
Okay.
Really?
Wait. I'm not officially allowed to say it at the moment, but when the videos will come out, the community will know it. So I can.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Nandi.
Yeah. Around 2 or 3 weeks ago. On the day.
This is so precious.
On the day the baby was born, we had contact. I was the first one, not in Hungary, who got the message. And he's one of my best friends. Same brother as you are for me. And yeah, I really appreciate that. So Nandi is also talking about the baby. The baby is also visible in the interview. So if you want to see, check it out to get 5 more views on this video.
Shout out to the baby.
Shout out to the baby. Okay.
He will be an amazing skater. I don't doubt it.
Yeah, you know the name. The name is already awesome. Makleit is the family name, which is a pretty cool name. Awesome name for ice skaters. But the surname of the child will be Wenzel.
Vincent.
Wenzel.
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 Whoa.
That's cool or what?
It's so cool.
That's an awesome name for baby. Makleit Wenzel.
It's like an epic. He'll be a superhero.
Yeah, it will be
some
epic baby. Yeah. Okay, so we were talking about your beginnings on the ice. We were talking about how I met you on the ice. I haven't seen you since Budapest a few years ago, but still feels like never missed you in this time, because yeah, we know how the other one is feeling. I love this feeling so much of you. So used to a person because of freestyle ice skating, which connects you so much. We haven't met each other since that time, since you went viral, you got the request of Cirque du Soleil. So let's jump back to Troisdorf. You were overtaking more and more freestylers within a short time of pretty hard training, what was necessary. It helped you that you were a champion in fighting sports. Body control is very important for both sports, so it didn't took as long as it would take for normal person to learn. Yeah, and then you went good freestyle ice skater, average, over average, and then there was a point that changed your life, the contact with Cirque du Soleil. So how did you went from a average freestyler to a pro freestyle ice skater, and how were the first months? Tell me that story.
Well, this story has a like one person effect on it. It was Quentin. Quentin, he was the first one who put this idea in my head. Is like, what we have is, it could be way more than just a hobby. And he already have the experience made with Ringling Brothers. He was the actual first like professional freestyler who went and worked on a Cirque show, Ringling Brothers, and he's like, he was one of those who put this idea deep inside me that we could be way more than what we have now. We just need like the right exposure. And working with him and learning from him was also a huge thing for my career. And one time it was, I think, the Ice Dance Festival in Paris. We were together, we were battling, and during this time and the rehearsals for the battles, I got the contact from the casting team from Cirque, which was recommended by Alex, Team 23, shout out to Alex. And I didn't take it seriously, to be honest. I was like, man, this is not true. That cannot be true, because I know Cirque du Soleil, they are like, you apply for them thousands of times and you don't even get a message back, or just like, we received your form and we will look at it. You receive nothing. It's like a dead hall, and out of the sudden you see your emails and it's like flooded with, like, every day you got an email, send us your demo, refresh your profile. You will think it's a scam or something. And then I was like, oh my god, this guy is so annoying. And then I opened the links, and it was like Cirque du Soleil homepage, and I was like, wait a second, that cannot be true. And so I contacted Quentin, and Quentin was like, yeah, I got the same thing, and I don't know, if I'm not sure about it and stuff. But so anyway, and I signed the contract in 4 days after this conversation. In 10 days I already stopped my I broke the program I was enrolled in from the university.
So you quit studying within 4 days because you know this is your dream and you want to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I was already working with RTL, the German TV. I was choreographer and trainer and actor on the show. So
which show?
Alles was zählt. It's
wow, this one.
Daily show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine why you did this face, but the ice scenes were epic, so I cannot complain. It was really good, well-made ice scenes, and like the effort and the energy was amazing behind it. So if you saw it, you cannot complain about it. You didn't see it. Don't make this face.
Let's say, however, the ice scenes were good because they were performed by the best, because it's a TV show, so they can get the best. But
yeah.
The storytelling of Alles was zählt is such a pain in the ass to watch for me. So I just saw it once because I was very interested. But yeah, you know, those kind of soap opera, real life storytelling. It's not my style.
It's for I think for a different category of age. It's like, it's still people. Cool. Yeah. So it is what it is. It was very good experience for me. I learned a lot from working from the cast and the actors. It was a big family. I really loved this time, and it prepared me somehow to go to the next step, which was a huge step. Cirque du Soleil is a huge company. It's not something easily surviving in or with. It requires a lot of patience, a lot of it's a physically demanding as well. It's not something you don't think it's just you go and you have fun and skate. It's work. Yeah. You need to wake up super early in the morning and you go to bed super late in the night and you have ton of shit during your day. So it was definitely like one of the hardest time in my career. But once you finish the creation period and you hit the road and you be in the show mood, it's definitely easier.
Okay, so you said it really fast. So you got the request, you answered them. After 4 days, you quit your studying. By the way, what did you study?
Aeronautical engineering. Luftfahrttechnik.
Yeah, aeronautical engineer. Fine, cool. So you quit that within 4 days. So let's say we start.
10 days. 10 days.
10 days from
signing the contract.
From signing the contract to arrive there.
I received the contract. I signed it in 4 days, and I quit university after 10 days.
Okay, and how long did it take from signing from getting the call till you hit the floor at Cirque du Soleil?
It was 1 month. I'm talking like the contract and the university stopping was around May, and on the 1st of June I was in Montreal, Canada.
And you're still in Montreal?
Yeah, after the pandemic and all this bullshit, unfortunately I wasn't lucky enough to make it back to Germany. So I stayed in Montreal working on some projects, staying with some friends, having a lot of fun. As you can see behind me, there is like a long list of stuff to do and to work on.
Yeah, I just noticed it.
Yeah, so it's definitely very good times I'm having here. I cannot complain.
Yeah, you can't complain. You're a professional freestyle ice skater, and this is what everybody who starts doing this sport and doing it with patience dreams of. So pretty cool. So tell me what happened. Your first week at Cirque du Soleil. Let's start at leaving the airport in Montreal the first time, and then what happened within the first week. How did you get slammed on your face by this huge amount of work you have to do starting from now on?
To be honest, I didn't realize how much, like what was waiting for me. I don't know, it was like just the hype and the excitement before going there, and it was kind of déjà vu because it's just like how I left home and in UAE moving to Germany. It was just like the same kind of mindset. Is like I don't know anything and everything is like blurry, and you are just trying to pull your focus to be in the moment and don't get driven by the, like, you know, when you are excited about something you kind of do steps forward without it's even there. So I was trying to stay in the moment and stay focused, and this is something I really encourage, that everyone should focus on the present time and leave the future for the future. Don't overthink, don't make it harder for yourself. If you live in the moment, everything is, leave the future for the future. You have control of the present, so live it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I arrived in Montreal. It was a very windy day, and I had 1 day to rest from the travel. And on Monday, we had to start the paperwork. We had to do all the insurance, the meetings, the introductions, and meeting the cast and everything. It was very fun times. And by the way, it's around this time, it was like June, beginning of July. So it's been 1 year, yeah. And after that, after like the first week of preparation and just getting to learn about the project and getting to know everyone, we started working like doing the serious steps. And around August was the most heavy. It was super heavy month. We worked super hard. September was around the finishing of the project, and on October we hit the road. We opened in Cornwall. It was such a fun time. Unfortunately, I injured myself. I had a bulged disc in my C4, C5 neck. I was paralyzed on my right arm for like 3 days. I couldn't even lift my arm up. I used to eat like this.
Instead of using the left hand, yeah, of course, that's sensible.
I don't know how to eat with my left, so don't judge me, okay? Anyway, it was super tough. I couldn't continue with the tour because I had to do intense and very focused and professional rehabilitation, and I had to see a physiotherapist every day for a couple of hours, and I see a doctor weekly. So it wasn't fun when you are away from your friends and away from the ice. I managed to get away with this injury like 3 times faster than they were expecting. They expected it to get me between 9 to 1.5 years to get recovered, but I made it back in like 3 months. There you go. I'm back. This arm was like gone. Yeah. Okay. I wish you could have seen it before. It was like it was a horror when all the muscles are gone and you end up with one strong arm and octopus testicle on the other part. It's really painful.
Yeah, I believe that. That's shit. So you were living the dream for just a few weeks and then you got injured for 3 months.
Well, living the dream for a couple of months, let's say like this, and then I was injured. It wasn't. To be honest, I learned a lot. In this period, like the rehabilitation period, I was mostly inside of myself, learning about myself, being patient, appreciating this time of healthy and strong times I had, and makes me appreciate every single moment of being able to be on the stage and perform and being with my friends. So it taught me a lot. Like I learned a lot from this period, and if you say it was like a bump in my road, it is, but it was a positive bump. It boosted me. It was like a bungee. It's pulling to the back, but it shoots you forward in a way.
Okay.
So I really appreciate it.
Okay, so that was the beginning, and now you're fully into the show, performing, training. So let's call it everyday life in a show business. So how did Corona interrupt you, and how is your everyday life before Corona, during Corona, and what is about to happen within the next weeks, months, and years? What are your plans for the future? Let's start with the everyday life before Corona.
Before Corona, like if you are talking about the tour life, if I get it right. So yeah, tour life is hell of a time. So we move every week to a different city, to a different arena. We travel on Sunday. We arrive around like midnight. You rest Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is your opening. The opening is mostly 2 shows. On the weekend, 3 shows, and on Sunday sometimes like 2 or 1 show. And the day is like you wake up at 8 because you have rehearsals and practice. It's your own time, and sometimes there is like some changes on the number, or someone is out, someone is injured, someone is away, or there is a new choreography, new stuff. So you need to be on the ice at 8 till 10. After that you have like sometimes to go eat. We have the catering with us. It's like 5 stars restaurant.
Nice.
That travel with us, and you will be like free till around noon, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. After that you will be preparing your, like, start doing your makeup. The makeup is also a bit pain in the ass. It's like, it started with me as 2 hours thing. Like, I need to sit my ass 2 hours to do the makeup, and then with time you get experience with it till I think 45 minutes, 35 minutes. But it's fun. It's like, it's the calmness, and you get in the show mode that you are focused, and you can imagine when the curtain opens, you go out on the ice and there is like thousands of people shouting, so you get like a bit prepared and calm yourself.
Okay, so if we are talking about 45 minutes sitting in the makeup, which is barely understandable for a male human being like me, so I think if you're having this huge makeup thing, you're one of the main parts or main persons in the show, or background, or what's your part in the show? I
am from the troupe of the opening. We are 5 skaters. We open the show, and we are the good characters. We are the gang of the main good character, which is Lai. Our troupe called the Syndicates. We are like mix of ninja, hip hop, and like cool stuff. And your point about the makeup, it's exactly what I had in my head before. I was like, oh my god, what is makeup? I don't do makeup, like, come on. But once I saw it, I was like, this is fucking cool, because it's a huge arena, and with the light and the beacon, if you don't have makeup on yourself, you see nothing. So this makeup will make you pop. It will make you more visible, and you will start noticing the smallest gesture in your face, just because of the highlight, because of the lines, the different colors. And this is something super cool about Cirque du Soleil. They care about details, so they thought about everything. And as an audience, to see the close-up with the makeup, with the costume, with the energy, it's like, it takes you from reality. You feel like you are in a dream. I was sitting in the audience. I saw the feeling to be on the other side of the show, not on the stage, to be sitting with the audience. And it's crazy feeling when you see all this speed, all this cool looking person doing all these things. It's something you will keep in your memory for like lifetime. So
okay,
I understood the reason behind it. So makeup, it's part of the show, so you cannot take it out. It's a cool thing, really cool thing.
Okay, so we are at the makeup, and then how is your day routine going on?
Yeah, so you put your makeup, and then you can do half and do something, go eat, maybe warm up, prepare your costumes and stuff, and then finish it later. I normally like to do it in one sit, finish everything and prepare my costume, prepare my skates, go backstage, warm up. We have a decent area backstage, because we take 3/4 from a normal ice rink, which everyone knows, like the normal hockey field. The stage is 3/4 from the field, and the backstage is 1/4. So on this quarter we have blue mats, we have heaters, we have the aerialists set up and everything. You can warm up, you can like practice and prepare yourself for the act. 15 minutes before the show, we have the artist call. Everyone needs to be back, putting the lights and prepare, like getting in the present backstage. And then it depends on which number you are and where is your act in the show. And we normally just my group, we meet backstage 10 minutes, 5 minutes before the curtain opens, and we just motivate ourselves. We have a signature things to do backstage to motivate ourselves, and then when the start goes, it's like it just bomb of energy till you don't notice till it's the end, and it's like, oh, I just finished the show.
Yeah, and after the show, what's going on then? Just going to bed?
No, after the show there is another show. And sometimes there is another show.
And then it's bad.
No, after that, normally you take off your costume, you hang everything, you stretch. I like to stretch a lot after the show because if you don't stretch, you will feel shit the next morning. So stretching is your best friend. And you try to eat something high in protein and like something to boost your energy and to keep your immune system.
Recovery food.
Yeah, exactly. Recovery food, very important. A cold shower, we normally do ice baths backstage, like in the changing rooms. It's fantastic for the muscles, for the joints, for the bones, everything. We immediately jump in like ice bucket, ice bath, and then take off the makeup, jump in the bus and go to the hotel, maybe watch something or just get ready to bed.
Regular evening routines.
Yeah, and
I can imagine that.
After a while it's become like very chill, like you finish the show and you go to bed. It's just like how you just finished the ice session and you went home and you have a normal evening. So
yeah, I know, it's a regular working day.
Exactly, regular day job, but it's a bit in the night.
Yeah, so now, I have a day job in the night. I'm working in gastronomics, so I finish work at 10 earliest. So sometimes I finish at 3 or 4 in the morning. Anyway,
there you go.
Let's talk about the future. So, what do you think about the future? Have you ever mentioned the future in your plannings? Because do you think you're able to do this for more than 10, 15 years from now? And so, what are your plans with the show, inside the show, and your personal plans for the future? Do you want to restart your studying? Just let me know. What is a guy who's living the dream planning when he's waking up?
Definitely back to your question about coronavirus. Coronavirus was a big big issue because we couldn't continue with the show. So all shows are on layoff and everyone working on his own stuff. But it's never stopped me from doing what I do. I am working double hard as I used to be before, and I'm in the best shape of my life, having the best time of my life. So I don't care if it's corona outside or it's good outside. It's still me. I do what I gotta do. My plans for the future is just how I said. If I'm open to all the opportunities, I'm not trying to hang out in the future a lot. I'm in the moment doing what I gotta do every day and leaving the future for the future.
Well, that's a great sentence to end up the story about your life. I have some additional questions now.
Hit me.
It's a little bit different to other freestylers I'm interviewing because name, age we already have. Abadi, al-Obaidi, 25 years old. Hometown, city and birthplace will be interested. UAE are big.
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. So you're from Abu Dhabi, raised in Abu Dhabi. Probably out of a rich family or working class family.
Let's say decent family.
Let's say decent family. So normal work. I don't know, work normal school life, but then going to Germany with the first few euros you had, so you don't had a big budget on going to Germany. You had to work for all what you do.
I wasn't the. It was like it's a long story by itself, but I was let's say a rebel. My family wasn't in the same page with me of leaving the country and going alone somewhere else to study or whatever. They were very like convinced that I have everything I need in my country and there is nothing missing me. So they were like, if you want to go and like be a rebel, then go for it and do what you're gonna do, but you're gonna take it by yourself. And I was like, cool, then I will do it by myself. And so I technically started from zero. I moved to Germany with like a couple of thousands of euros, 2,000 euros, and I had to pay for everything, for living, for apartment, for food, for everything. And yeah, it was fun times.
Close call.
Fun times.
Hard work for sure. Okay, so let's talk about inspiration for freestyle ice skating. There are two ways of inspiration. The first inspiration is watching videos, but we already talked about videos of Xio Lifestyle, of Najade, Korishok. Let's talk about are you even going skating privately or just skating for Cirque du Soleil? Or are you just sometimes hitting the ice just to go for circles and some private tricks?
No, of course, I still do my stuff, my own stuff. I go on my free time skating. I have enough time to skate with Cirque, and like ice is not an issue for me. And because even if there is no ice, I have enough stuff to work off ice, which is actually more sometimes. And yeah, so I work both on ice and off ice.
So, and what is your motivation to go on the ice, doing your own stuff? It's just you want to go skating, as everybody says, or is there anything?
This is
like watching a video and you say, "Oh, now I want to go."
No, that was at the beginning. It's like when your body is full of injuries and you wake up in the morning, you cannot step on your feet because it's fucked. You will be like, "Why am I doing this?" And then you watch a video and you'll be like, I will push it on. I will get this. But
best example for such a video? Give me an example for such a video. Which video motivates you the most?
Well, Xio Lifestyle.
Freestyle is getting free.
Xio Lifestyle YouTube channel is full of those motivating videos, and just Instagram. Like sometimes you have no motivation and you just scroll and a freestyle video come and you will be like, I want to be on ice now, and you start packing and you just go to the ice rink. So, but after a while, I don't need to tell you about it. It's become like addiction. Something in your body is itching. I want to be on ice. So this is how it is now. I don't need motivation anymore. When I have an hour, I need to jump on the ice and do stuff.
Okay, so what kind of music are you listening to when you skate for your own? What's your freestyle skating music?
All over the map. I kind of listen to everything that is catchy, something has a nice rhythm to it that you can like dance to, or sometimes I don't even listen to those like rhythmy stuff. Sometimes some soft stuff. It depends on like what's the headspace you are in, or what's the mind you are in this moment. Sometimes you are sad, so you will listen to something to calm you or something to make you happier. Sometimes you are energetic, so you listen to something to push you. I like to listen to German rap, believe it or not. I love it. Don't judge me. It has something. I like to listen to American rap. I'm telling you, all over the map. If you see my Spotify,
just thinking about this Capital Bra and
Capital Bra.
Oh, no way. God. I break up this interview with you telling me more about that.
No, let's keep it there.
Okay, I'll keep it in, but it hurts very much too. Yeah. Anyway, so talking about your iconic trick, your favorite trick, everybody thinks this going backwards and then should be it. Is this your favorite trick, your iconic trick, or do you have anything else?
Every new trick I'm working on is my favorite. Like as soon as you do something, it's become like okay, next. So I don't actually have a all-time favorite. I like backflip because it's just it's like on-off gravity, and you will always like. I respect this trick. It's not just this trick fucked me for like 6 months. I couldn't skate because of it for like half a year. So I respect this trick and I still love it. But every new trick I'm working on, it's become my favorite till I master it, and then I'm moving on.
Yeah, I know that feeling. When you have a new trick and then right before the ice time ends, you need to redo this trick again, and then probably a little bit tired of the legs and you can't do it. Yeah, I know, I know. Yeah, every freestyler knows that feeling for sure. Okay, what tricks do you like the most? Are you a footwork, a jumper, or breaks, or fast skating? What's your favorite, or do you like just love all of it?
I don't think about it as an individual thing. All what you mentioned is belong to I love. I like to mix everything around. I like to jump while dancing, while doing footwork, while skating, and this is something I really learned and I developed with Cirque, that you don't stuck to one thing. You need to keep moving. You need to make your moves bigger and cleaner, and work on stuff that is never done before. You will never look for something is already done. You push and you put your like creativity, your identity in everything you do, because this is what's presenting you. This is what making you different than someone else.
Okay, yeah. And you definitely wanted to be different than anybody else. That's what's visible with your style.
No. I'm not taking this approach. My approach is I want to be the best version of me. If I'm competing, I'm competing with myself. This is the approach.
This way.
If you take yourself, you can only be better than yourself. If you take someone else, this is unfair comparison, because everyone is different. Everyone has different let's say perks, different abilities, different backgrounds. So if you want to be better, take yourself and try to be better than the person you were before yesterday.
Yeah, okay, that's definitely a good approach, but you are different than the most other freestylers. You try to have a different style, so I think this is also not incorrect to say. Yeah, if I'm normally I ask the question, what is the best thing ever happened to you in connection with freestyle ice skating, but I... Alright guys, so yeah, it had to happen after this long talk. My camera battery died, so we had a short break, and I'm jumping right back into the interview by asking a question. I think it's easy to say that the best thing ever happened to you. That would be my next question. What is the best thing ever happened to you in connection with freestyle ice skating? Is living the dream at Cirque du Soleil, or is it anything else?
Like, to be honest, Cirque is one of the biggest things happened to my like story in the freestyle thing, but I would say that like the biggest, or the biggest thing I get out with, or I get from the freestyle, is the way of living, just how I approach things, how it developed me as a person, how I think, how I react to problems, is the mentality I gained from being on the ice. It's everyone on ice knows that you kind of be a different person as soon as you put your skates and you feel the cold and be on the ice. It's kind of different world, different personality, and this is something I learned from, and know how to survive. On the ice you are alone, you are cold, and sometimes in life it's the same. So I kind of learned a lot from being in this situation, and it helped me in my life in a lot of situations. So I would say the lifestyle which I really get, like the most thing I get from the freestyle.
Okay, so we are talking about the CEO lifestyle here. You're wearing the bracelet at the moment?
I'm not, unfortunately.
You're not wearing it, but so CEO lifestyle, Jay was a big part in your life. Anything you want to say about Jay or to Jay now? Probably he's watching it.
Jay, shout out to him. He's the godfather of the sport. Without him, I don't think I would learn any, like the thing I learned about the sport. It was very motivational for me to hang out with him, travel with him. It makes me kind of who I am today, is having this passion of discovering a new ice rink, getting to know new people. And if any one of you guys know Jay, he's the easiest guy to talk to and to become a friend with. He's a perfect presentation for the sport. Is like the warm guy, the humble guy. So shout out to him. I hope he's doing well. I hope he will be on ice soon. And yeah, miss you, bro.
Yeah, nice words. I can just say the same about Jay. Jay, we really miss you, and I really hope to see you again soon. Okay, and yeah, anything else let's start this question different. You are one of the most famous freestylers in the world. You are the professional freestyler, which is a dream for most people. So very much people are looking up to you and say, oh, I want to be where this guy is someday. So what do you want to say to people who start the sport, starting the passion, developing their style, their skills? What do you want to say to people who start doing freestyle ice skating, want to reach something?
Definitely don't try to get the results in a short-term time. Like, it's not something it's not something you will work for 1 year or 2 years. I will keep it simple. Work like you will get nothing from it. This is how you approach it. Work like you are doing it just for yourself. You are doing it don't expect. Do it with no expectations. And trust me, if you work hard enough and you love it, people will find you, and people will start feeling the love you are putting and the way you are doing it. Because it doesn't matter if you are super skillful and you are this kind of person. People will see what kind of person you are, and the work you put behind let's say here in our case is skating, it will appear sooner or later. So the more you work, and in the shadows, let's say, it doesn't need to be appeared. If the more you work, the more luckier you will get, and the more visible you will get one day. So do not do it, and do not discourage if you don't see immediate results or fast results. Just keep doing what you're doing, and if you believe in yourself, trust me, you will get what you want if you work hard for it.
Wow, that's a pretty great message for everybody who is already doing freestyle. Yeah, so I think this video will be around 1 hour already, so thanks for the people who are still watching it, for the interest. Is there anything else you want to say to those people who are still interested in watching this very long video?
I would say thank you so much for bearing with us and listening to my story. I would definitely wish you and your families to be safe and having a nice time during this crazy time and pandemic stuff. And the ice, I think we are now this video will be published around winter, so I hope people are able to go back to ice and be skating. And yeah, wish you all the best, Patrick. Thank you so much for having me, and maybe we will see each other in different videos or different places live, hopefully.
Yeah, you will see you are already part of a video of mine, and I'm planning an inspirational, motivational video. If it's already uploaded, you'll find it also in the info button where your story is also part of. So I have to say thank you for your time, thank you for the interview, thank you for being my friend over those long years of being not together. We will still be friends when we meet again the next time on the ice. Probably I'll do traveling across North America, or probably you're coming to Germany, hanging out a few days with me in my hometown. I would appreciate both situations. Hopefully meet you again soon, and yeah, I think this is a good conclusion for the interview to end it up. I guess this is one of the longest interviews I've ever taken. Yeah guys, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss anything in the future. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram, and of course, check out this guy's Instagram. You don't have a YouTube channel, otherwise I will link it, but I will put your Instagram name in, of course. You already have more than enough followers for Freestyler, but there you go. Those 2 people who are watching this video don't already know you.
Those are the
follow you then. Yeah. So that's it. Thanks for the interest.
See you in another video.
I don't have anything else to say. See you in the next video.
Ciao.
Bye. See ya.